We are hearing Upadesamrita. Yesterday we came to the end of third verse, but the song is still there to be read by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in relation to the third verse of Upadesamrita. Parihe bhajane utsaha bhaktite bishwash prema lobe dharya dhon bhakti anukul karma pravartane asat sanga visarjan bhakti sadachar ei choy gun nahilo amarnath kemone bhajibo tomara charan. Oh, sorry, yesterday we came to verse 4. It was verse 3. Javier Pradhan. Yes, sorry. Verse 4 song. Hari hai dan pratigraha mitho gupta kotha bhakkhon bhojon dan সঙ্গের লাক্ষণ এই ছয় হয় ইহাতে bhaktir pran. O Lord, giving and accepting gifts, conversing about confidential matters, and eating and distributing food, these are the 6 characteristics of association. Within them is the spirit of devotion. Tattvana bujiye gyane ba agyane asate eso kori bhakti harainu sangsari hoinu sudure rohile hori. Not understanding this truth and knowingly or unknowingly associating with non-devotees in all these ways, I have lost devotion and become a worldly person. You have thus remained far away from me, O Lord. Krishna Bhakta Jone ei Sanga Lokkhone Ador Koribo Jabe Bhakti Mahadevi Amar Hridoy Asane Bosibe Tobe. When I will honor Krishna's devotees through these 6 forms of association, then the great goddess of devotion will sit on the throne of my heart. Sadhu Sangha, we can get devotion, but in these 6 ways. And if we associate in these 6 ways with non-devotees, then we will lose devotion, means we will not get it. Yoshit Sangi John Krishna Bhakta Ar Duhu Sangha Parihari Taba Bhakta Jana Sangha Anukhon Kobe Ba Hoibe Hori. O Lord, when will I abandon the association of both those who associate with the opposite sex and non-devotees, and constantly associate with your devotees? Already we came to know in the first verse that for renounced saints there is no question. For householders, they can associate with opposite sex, but according to scriptural prescript, but illicit. And there are illicit sex, and there are so many types of it that is ruining devotion. So if someone is associating with such people and other non-devotees, then he cannot get devotion. He will go far away to wrong direction. So our Gurudev told, you have to associate with devotees in these 6 ways, then it will be possible to give up association of others. Next verse 5. Krishneti yasya giritam manasadriyeta dikshasti chet pranati bischa bhajantamisham Shushrusaya bhajana vigyam ananyamanya nindadi shunya hridam ipsita sangalabdya. Honor within the mind those who chant Krishna's name. Honor with obeisance those who are initiated and serve the Lord. And honor with service those who are expert in devotion, who are exclusively devoted, whose hearts are free from the duality of criticizing and praising others, and who are the most desirable association. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Bengali song. Asat লক্ষণহীন গায়ে কৃষ্ণ নাম মনেতে আদর তাতে করো abhishram. Always honor within the mind those who are free from bad qualities and chant the name of Krishna. That is asat lokhonhin. Those who have this asat, non-eternal bad qualities of enjoyment, that labda diksha Krishna bhaje jai mahajan pranami ador tare koro sarvakhon. Always honor with obeisance great souls who are initiated and serve Krishna. Bhajan chatur jai tar koro seva Krishna moy sobe dekhe su Vaishnav jeva. শত্রু মিত্রা সাত আসাত কিছু না বিচারে সর্বোত্তম সঙ্গ বলি সেবা হ তাহরে তাহারে. Serve those who are expert in devotion. Consider the association of such great Vaishnavas who see Krishna within everything and do not conceive of enemies and friends or good and bad, to be the best of all and serve them. This was the song. Now prose by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Ishware tat adineshu balisheshu dvisatsu cha prema maitri kripopekha yah karoti samadhyama. Those who love the Lord, befriend the devotees, are merciful to the innocent, and ignore the inimical are intermediate devotees. That is Madhyamadikar. According to this teaching, as long as a practitioner remains in the stage of an intermediate devotee, they should serve the devotees. Because advanced devotees, that is Uttamadikari, see Krishna's presence everywhere, they make no distinctions between friends and enemies, devotees and non-devotees, and so on. That is Uttamadikar. They see all are serving Krishna, either directly or indirectly. Hiranyakashipu is also serving Bhagavan. How? Indirectly, to play such part in Lila, to show the glory of Nrisingha Bhagavan and Prahlad Maharaj, pure devotee. He has such a role to play in order to glorify or sing the glories of Nrisingha. So those who are such Uttamadikaris, they can never preach because they see all are engaged in the service of Krishna except me. Such humbleness they have. Although they are always engaged in the service of Krishna. But because they are in contact with unlimited reality, they will think, sincerely they will think, I cannot do any service. So much service is to be done, but I am unable to do service. Our Gurudev said, when there is love, then there is never that mood, oh, I did so much. Never. Even in this worldly sense, one in India, our Gurudev gave one example. One father served his son so much because there was some difficulty, like some background was there, but he felt I could not do for my son any good, although he served so much, where there is love. So like that, when someone is actually having prema for Bhagavan, he will serve all the time, but he will think, I could not serve him. All others are serving him, but I am unable to serve him. And Guru said, but proud beginner devotees, they will do some little thing, very small some service, but they will say, I did so much, now I can get such respect and everyone should serve me, follow me, and he will boast proudly, I did so much for Krishna. Or they will say to Mat in charge, already I did so much seva, now let me rest. But that is not possible for those who really have a relationship with Krishna. They are always serving. They will always feel like I did not do. I could not do anything for Krishna. Just opposite. Then proud persons beginning stage. So they cannot preach. So they are also not able to discriminate who is devotee, who is not, in the sense that they will serve only devotees. So they cannot preach and they cannot practice this verse. They are already beyond this. This verse is meant for those who are Madhyamadikaris, as now Bhaktivinoda Thakur will explain. They have to, or they naturally are discriminating, so they can. Kanishta Adhikari also cannot properly discriminate. He cannot recognize and has no faith much in Vaishnavas. So here it is further stated. If such Uttamadhikaris, they are ordered by Krishna to preach, then they will play the pastime of Madhyamadhikari and they will be very bold in their preaching. But that does not mean that they are arrogant or proud. No. In relation to Supreme Lord, they are always thinking, I could not do any service. I don't know anything. I am full of anarthas. I am lowest of all. This mood is always there in relation to Krishna. But because he ordered to preach, then they have to boldly cut through Maya. So outwardly, it appears they are arrogant, but they are not. That is their service to Krishna and compassion for the jivas. In this 5th verse, their behavior towards devotees has been prescribed, means for Madhyamadhikaris. Yes, intermediate devotees engage in service. In this 5th verse, their behavior towards devotees has been prescribed. Intermediate devotees should keep away from those who associate with women and other non-devotees, and thus remain free from their faults. But because less intelligent beginners lack understanding of the relationship of the Lord that is Sambandha Gyan, intermediate devotees should know them to be innocent and be merciful to them. Upon hearing the name of Krishna from their mouths, intermediate devotees should honor them within the mind according to their relationship with them. If initiated persons engage in the service of the Lord, then intermediate devotees should honor them with obeisance. Intermediate devotees should gratefully honor great devotees who are free from the tendency to criticize others, knowing them to be the most desirable association. Serving the Vaishnavas in this way is the source of all perfection. So this is the symptom of one who is pure. He cannot criticize anyone, as I said before, because they see all are engaged in the service of Krishna except me. Such humbleness is there in them. And they can see only good qualities in others. And they will see defect in themselves, not that there is any defect, but they will see like that. Ambarish Maharaj didn't do any fault, but still he said, it is due to my fault. You please forgive me. Or Haridas Thakur also said, they were beating him, killing him. He said, it is due to my fault. So such devotees are extremely rare in this world. There are unlimited such devotees in transcendental realm, but in this world, extremely rare, who are free of criticizing others. One time in Bombay, one reporter came to have interview with our Gurudev. And after he came out, once he completed that interview, he came to our god brother, and he said, yes, your Gurudev is a real saint, is a real Guru, real saint, I can say. Then that our god brother asked him, why you say so? He said, I did interview with many so-called saints and sadhus and spiritual men and all this. I did many. And whenever I brought out to topic some scandal or some fault of some another like spiritual man or sadhu, like you know about what kind of corruption that person did, of like their sadhus and they are misusing money, or they are having illicit sex with ladies, or they are exploiting disciples. So whenever I spoke about some scandal or corruption and proven to those others whom I was interviewing, they all immediately said yes, and they added some more to criticize their own. They added. But whenever I mentioned to your Gurudev, he would always change the topic and speak about Krishna and some other topic in relation to the service of Krishna. Always change topic. Then I also try to bring him into that type of discussion again. But Maharaj, what do you think if someone is like this and all this? Then Gurudev said, I heard from my Gurudev that speaking ill of others is prohibited, because by that we pollute our mind. And with polluted mind, we cannot have remembrance of Krishna, we cannot serve Krishna. Devotees, they don't do anything out of grudge. Grudge means someone did something to me, now I will take revenge. Hostile mentality, I will try to harm that person. They have no such propensity. And they try to see good qualities in others. They may try to rectify, but with love. They will not criticize with wrong motive. With noble motive, they will try to rectify. But our Gurudev, even he played such pastime that I am not in that position to rectify anyone. I did not rectify myself. That Madhyamadikar to preach and to help others improve, that is for those who have love for all. They are Madhyamadikaris, but I am not. I am beginner. I myself am full of faults. How I can instruct others, how I can rectify others. So Gurudev said, it is my Gurudev's order that this speaking ill of others out of grudge, wrong motive, due to wanting some self-aggrandizement, yes, he's very bad, so I look very great, or due to some grudge or some other interest, that is prohibited, that is polluting mind. So did not want to engage. That reporter said, I tried many times, he did not want to engage in that sort of discussion, that sort of topic. Always he would change, again coming to his own point of service of Krishna. And when I tried, he told me this. So I know your Gurudev is a real saint. I made interview with many others, but I can see now the difference. So that is Anya Nindadi Shunya, completely devoid of propensity to criticize others with some selfish motive or grudge. They are extremely rare in this world. That we should see, whether he is free from the tendency to criticize others. Our Gurudev also said, when explaining about Ambarish Maharaj biography, there it is written, Vachangshi Vaikuntha Gunanu Varnane. Ambarish Maharaj, Savai Manak Krishna Padaravindayor, he engaged his mind to think of the lotus feet of Krishna. And Vachangshi Vaikuntha Gunanu Varnane, he used his tongue to speak the glories of Vaikuntha, means Supreme Lord and his devotees. Or Vaikuntha Gunanu Varnane, to describe the glories of Vaikuntha, Krishna or his devotees. Then Gurudev said, I did not see in any scripture, any prescription, that there is some kind of devotional practice to criticize others, to speak ill of others. I did not see in any place such kind of practice is prescribed. It is prescribed our tongue should be used to sing the glories of Krishna and his devotees, not to use the tongue and whole time to criticize others. What you will gain by that? You will go down. So we should be careful about this. Then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur, our Gurudev told, only those who have love for all living entities and they are having ideal character themselves, they can rectify others because they will do it out of love, out of sympathy, not with any other ulterior desires or due to ignorance of blaming others for their own suffering, and they will have grudge. They can do, and they will do it appropriately, because they are on that level. But if someone is not on that level, then he will only use Shastra or something for self-praise, to belittle others, all this, because of own selfish interest. That is reserved for them only. I have to rectify myself. Gurudev told, my duty is to rectify myself. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur song. Krishna soho Krishna nam abhinna janiya, aprakrita ekmatra sadhan mania. Jai nam loy name dikshit hoya, ador koribe mone swagoshti janiya. Those who know Krishna and his name to be non-different, follow spiritual practices exclusively, chant the name, and are initiated, honor them mentally, and know them to be members of your own family. Here, initiated means Harinam initiation. Namer bhajane jai Krishna seva kore, aprakrita braje basi sarvada antare. Madhyam Vaishnav jani dhar tar pai, anugatya koro tar mone ar koi. Kai. Kai means body. Those who serve Krishna by serving the name and always reside in supramundane braja within their heart, know them to be intermediate devotees and grasp their feet. Be subservient to them mentally and physically. So Madhyamadikari is not so cheap. It is not that someone is like engaged in preaching. Means he's selling books, he's giving prasad, he's speaking, he's reading from Shastra. So he's a preacher, so he's Madhyamadikari. No. Madhyamadikari means certain qualities, not type of external service one may be engaged in, but level of advancement. Madhyamadikari has no anarthas. He is within, realizing his eternal relation with Krishna, and is always engaged in his service. He is established in Trinada Pisonichana Tarora Pisahisnana Manina Manadina Kirtanya Sadahuri. Up to this point, all is Kanishta. From Trinada Pisunichana up, means one has to be established in Trinada Pisunichana, there Madhyamadikara starts. It is not so cheap. Madhyamadikari is also very rare in this world. Actual Madhyamadikari. He has love for Krishna. Before that verse in Bhagavatam is there. And he has friendship with devotees. He can grace Kripa. He can grace innocent. He can guide them. He can initiate them. Engage them in the service of Krishna, and he will avoid those who are envious. He will not waste their time with them. But we may waste, because our ego will be hurt and we will want to fight. And all the time try to convince and fight, wasting time Madhyamadikari knows it's a waste of time. He has no Sukriti and he is in this samskara, so waste of time to tell him in this time. So they will not waste time. But if I have ego, then I will try and waste time all the time. Why? Because ulterior desire is there, not only service of Krishna. Madhyamadikari, he is thinking only of service of Krishna, not wasting time for other things, because he has no other ulterior desires. It is not, oh, he's a preacher, yes, he's a Madhyam. No. Only by distributing books, you don't become Madhyamadikari. Or speaking Harikatha, it does not automatically make you Madhyamadikari. So those who serve Krishna by serving the name and always reside in supramundane Braja within their heart, know them to be intermediate devotees and grasp their feet. Be subservient to them mentally and physically. Namer bhajane jai swarup lobia, onyo bostu nahi dekhe Krishna te agia, Krishna tara sambandhana paya jagate, sarva jone samabudhi kore Krishna brate. Tadrisha bhajana bhigya janiya, abhishta kai mano bhake seva hoya nivishta. Those who have realized their true self by serving the name do not see here true self means that particular one of the 5 intimate, sweet, delightful relation with Krishna. Like Madhyamadikari, he will know, I am eternal servant of Krishna. It is my duty to serve him, and they will serve. But here it is meant that your Swarup, your real self in Lila, what kind of forum, what kind of seva, age, dress, everything, that is all meant for Krishna service. All those bhavas. So they do not see anything other than Krishna in this world. Do not accept any connection with anything in this world that is unrelated to Krishna. And consider everyone to be equally engaged in Krishna service. Know such experts in devotion to be most desirable and intently serve them with your body, mind, and words. Shrusha korive tare sarva to bhavete Krishner charana labho hoy taha hote. Serve them in all respects and thereby reach Krishna's feet. And prose by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Divyam Jnanam Jato Dadyat Kuryat Papasya Sankshayam Tasma Dikshati Saprokta Deshikais Tattva Kovidei. This is from Bhakti Sandarbha of Jiva Goswami. According to the purport of this verse, the Vaishnavas say that initiation or Diksha is the process by which desire for material enjoyment is given up and supramundane experience is realized. Our Gurudev wrote one article explaining that this word initiation does not exactly is not exactly the same as Diksha meant in Vedic Shastra, in Vaishnava Siddhanta, that Diksha is not same. And Gurudev gave how it is written, how the word initiation is explained in dictionary. Oxford Dictionary English. To accept someone in some society, or to some meanings there. And also you have like Reiki initiation, and you have so many initiations, but that is all mundane thing. So here Diksha means Dibya Gyan, that is transcendental divine knowledge, self-effulgent, means Supreme Lord. Dadati, one who gives, imparts that divine knowledge, but to whom? One who has faith, one who is surrendered to Guru and Krishna. He must have that faith awakened. Then Guru can impart that knowledge to him. So it is not like in Reiki, you just bring 200 euros or how much they are charging and you get initiation. It is not like that. That type of initiation and this type of Diksha is not same. Different thing is given and different qualifications are necessary for both the one who gives Diksha and the one who receives Diksha. It's totally different. So here you cannot buy Diksha with euros. And no one can give Diksha if he is not authorized to do so. He must be fully surrendered to Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord is authorizing him to give this to those who are qualified for this. And that is spiritual qualification, not I am so beautiful, then I can have. I am rich, I will give you money, I can have. No, nothing of this will have any value. Even not morality or anything, only Shraddha, transcendental faith. When one has gathered enough Sukriti, Bhakti Sukriti, and has Sadhu Sangha, and hears Harikatha, and when he is inclined to actually engage in the service of Krishna, to him Guru will give service of Krishna. And such Diksha, what is the result? Like if you are initiated into Reiki, then result will be you will have some health and you can give health to others, or some high psychic, some powers or some, but that is all mundane, temporary. Here the result of Diksha is your all sinful activities will be removed because you will be engaged in the service of Krishna, and the root sinful activity is aversion to Krishna. So all that has to be removed. All propensity for anything else other than the service of Krishna will be removed by Diksha. That you cannot get by being initiated into Reiki. So initiation word does not, maybe I can find tomorrow what is in dictionary, or wait, I will open what our Gurudev he found in dictionary, and that is why he said that this word does not fully convey the same meaning. Yes. Yes, as per English Oxford Dictionary, initiation means admitting or introducing somebody to membership of a group, etc., often by means of a special ceremony. Example, initiate somebody into a religious sect, secret society, etc. So here Gurudev says, by the word initiation, externally it seems to be at par with Diksha for mentioning the words group, religious sect and secret society. But the definition of Diksha is given in Hari Bhakti Vilas, referring evidence from Vishnu Jamal. So this same verse is there, Divyam Jnanam Yato Dadyat Kuryat Papasya Sanksham Tasma Dikshati Saprokta Deshikais Tattva Kovidei. This verse is from Vishnu Jamal, and Srila Sanatana Goswami quoted in Hari Bhakti Vilas, and here also in Bhakti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami quoted. So here Gurudev explains, the procedure by which self-effulgent knowledge or divine knowledge is conferred eradicates the cause of all sins. And because of that, it is stated as Diksha by the wise who have realized the divinity. In the word Diksha, the knowledge is divine and self-effulgent, which indicates that self-effulgent knowledge descends through bona fide preceptorial channel from Supreme Lord. Then Gurudev explains here, sin is the cause of sufferings. When you do sins, then the result will be suffering. Cause of sin is desire for committing sin. If you don't have desire to do that, then there is no. So desire to do sin. Misconception of self is the cause of desire for committing sin. I am this body, I am this mind, this is my necessity. So all these desires are emerging from this misconception of self, and we are committing sin. Nescience is the cause of misconception of self, means ignorance is the cause of misidentification of self, I am this body, and aversion to absolute knowledge is the cause of nescience. So the root cause of sin is aversion to Shri Krishna. Krishna is all, yes, who is all existence, Sat, all knowledge, Chit, and all bliss, Ananda, Satchidananda. Krishna is Satchidananda. So when we are averse to him, there we are in ignorance. When you look away from the sun, then you see shadow. When we are averse to knowledge, then we are in ignorance. I am this body, and these desires are there, and then all these sins are happening, and we are getting suffering. So further Gurudev says, this divine knowledge only can be imparted by a bona fide guru, the absolute counterpart and grace incarnate form of Supreme Lord. This implication of Diksha is not clearly mentioned in the word initiation. So here one may say, okay, I read, sin is the cause of suffering. I can memorize, sin is the cause of suffering. Cause of sin is desire for committing sin. Cause of desire for committing, cause of desire is misconception of self. Cause of misconception of self is ignorance, nescience. And cause of nescience or ignorance is aversion to absolute knowledge, Krishna. I know, so now I can go, I can initiate everyone, I can give Divya Gyan to everyone. I know, I just said it now. Then it is not like that. Then Gurudev further says, divine knowledge descends to a completely surrendered soul through revelation. One who has got a realization of Supreme Lord can impart that self-effulgent knowledge to others also, provided the aspirant has complete submission to Lord and his absolute counterpart, Guru. Conditioned souls of the world are not eligible to impart or to get that transcendental divine knowledge. Initiator Guru must have two qualifications as mentioned in Mundaka Shruti in Shastra, always where there is mention of Guru, his characteristics are there. So Gurudev here, he means this verse, Tasmat Guru Prapadyeta. No, not this one. In Mundaka Upanishad it is Tadvigyana Artam Sagurum Eva Bigachet. Samit Panik Shrotriam Brahmanishtam. This is in Mundaka Upanishad. It means well versed in Shruti Shastra, that is Shrotriam, the Vedas and other allied scriptures. Another interpretation is Shrotriyam is blessed by the descent of the divine knowledge through preceptorial channel, and Brahmanishtam must have realization of divinity. Only academic or theoretical knowledge is not sufficient. He must have practical realization also. It's not so cheap to be guru. I memorized, I said before, so now I'm guru, I can give knowledge, spiritual knowledge I'm giving. No, you must have that actual realization, and that is proved by your character. Someone may say, yes, I have that divine knowledge, but he's doing all kinds of nonsense. One who has that realization, he's 24 hours engaged in the service of Krishna. He is free from all lust, anger, greed, all these things. Because of being engaged, has no any other desire, and always calm and serene, never disturbed. All these qualities are there. Not only theoretical knowledge. In Gita, also Krishna says, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekyanti te jnanam. He will give you that jnana. Upadekyanti te jnanam. Jnaninas tattva darshina. One who is jnani means he has knowledge, and tattva darshi, one who is seeing that truth, means realized soul. And in Bhagavatam also, Shabda Paracha Nishnatam, Brahmani Upasamashram, he has realization. And that is proved by his character, by his life. That is why Sanatana Goswami told, you have to observe your Guru for 1 year in different circumstances to see whether really he's a realized soul or not. Anyone can put saffron dress. Anyone can memorize some verses, and he may say, but whether he's a realized soul, that is another thing. Devotee can give devotion. One who has, he can give. So here, Prabhupada says, according to the purport of this verse, the Vaishnavas say that initiation or diksha is the process by which desire for material enjoyment is given up and supramundane experience is realized, because one will get taste of serving Krishna because of knowing his relationship with him that is given. So he will get higher taste, and all desire for any other activity will be removed. That is Diksha. It's not just some external ceremony. Yes, we will see. One will do yagya, one will say mantra, another will hear mantra. It is not only these external things. Guru must have realized knowledge. He must be pure devotee. And aspirant must be bona fide Sukritivan, one who has Sukriti, one who awakened faith in Krishna and Guru. Then a real connection will be there. A real seat of devotion can come, otherwise not. There may be so many imitation dikshas or initiations. That is why Prabhupada, he told, only you are saying, I am from such and such family, coming from Nityananda. I can show you, he's my mother, father, then this father, child, all this. We are coming from this family, or we are coming from Advaita's family. And someone else will show you on the paper, you see, he The Advaita gave mantra to him, he gave to him, he gave to him, he gave, now I have mantra, now I'm Guru. Prabhupada said no. That is not scriptural qualification of a Guru. That is okay, you may be born in such family. That is okay, mantra may come. But unless there is real engagement in the service of Krishna, there is real realization, one cannot be accepted as bona fide Guru or bona fide Guru Parampara for getting money or for name and fame. That is not real Guru or real Guru Parampara. Outwardly it may seem, but it is not. Son of a doctor does not become a doctor. He must be trained as a doctor. Son of a lawyer does not become a lawyer. He must learn laws. Then he can be lawyer. So Shrotriya means he must know all Shastra or he received the mantra. Because in mantra all Shastra is there. And then he must cultivate, practice that mantra, and he must become pure devotee. Then only he can be Guru and he can help others to engage in the service of Krishna. Tomorrow we will further hear.